Now, 1 year since historic wildfires ripped through Oregon, and tonight we're looking at how communities in the Santiam Canyon are working to rebuild.
Our Travis Tyke joins us now. Travis, you've been spending time in the Santiam Canyon as they continue to rebuild from the Beachy Creek and Lions Head fires.
Some areas are further along than others, but what we're seeing now is some of the first homes being built after those fires 1 year ago. 1 year after wildfires ripped through the Santiam Canyon, the charred scars remain as you drive through the 35-mile stretch of Highway 22. Immediately after the fires died down, crews worked tirelessly for months to provide necessities like power and running water. Today, the focus is on rebuilding homes, neighborhoods, and lives. 724 homes need to be repaired or replaced in Marion and Linn counties after last year's fires. The rebuilding of those homes is just now underway for parts of the canyon. There are multiple challenges in rebuilding, and different areas face different challenges. Many homes lost are in remote, unincorporated parts of the canyon. Out of the 724 homes that need to be repaired or replaced in Marion and Linn counties, nearly 340 of them, about 47%, are in unincorporated territories. In most cases, it's more difficult to quickly rebuild basic infrastructure needs like sewage and power in those areas. Marion County Commissioner Danielle Bethel says the county is focused on all parts of the recovery, but is honing in on those unincorporated areas like North Fork.
They're struggling because the fire was intense up in North Fork. I mean, the road melted in places. It was so hot and so fragile. And they don't have a city council. It's our job as the county is to try to figure out how to create the path ahead as straight and efficient as possible to get folks back.
The most glaring challenge is cost. The damage was so severe and spread out, counties are still working to assess the economic toll. The COVID-19 pandemic playing its part. Prices of building materials spiked due to the pandemic. Manufacturers had to close their doors. In May, the price of lumber peaked at $1,600 per board foot, a 300% increase from the same time the year before.
With the cost of materials skyrocketing like they have, and potentially even not being insured as well as they should have, they're not having enough money to rebuild their homes and their garages or carports or whatever there might be on the property.
In Mill City, the damage was less severe. Even then, City Recorder Stacy Cook says the biggest challenge is not just the price of material, but getting that material to the canyon.
There's a lot of manufactured homes here in town. People who had manufactured homes, even if they got orders in, they're still looking at a year to 18 months out before they could get delivery.
It's a canyon. So we don't have up there the same types of resources and access. It's much more expensive to take a load of lumber up to Detroit.
Despite the challenges, progress is underway. In Detroit, the new community center is nearly built. And last year in Mill City, I walked through a neighborhood which had been burned down. Today, some homes in that neighborhood are already rebuilt. So when will all neighborhoods be back? Commissioner Bethel is one of the many people working to make that happen. The county, the state, and the Santiam Canyon Long-Term Recovery Group are working to create temporary housing in the next 6 to 8 months.
We're working on two models, a short-term housing recovery model. We're aggressively working towards putting tiny homes and tiny cabins on for up to 3 years for those individuals to be placed back in, or Oregon Housing and Community Services.
Bethel says it's her goal to have almost everyone back in their permanent homes by 2023. So when will the local economies be back to what they were before the fires of 2020? The hope is 2025.
I would say that that's a comfortable goal because there's so much to what recovery looks like. It's not just independently rebuilding homes. It's rebuilding the cities and then getting them to function with tourism and all the activities that existed before.
As the neighborhoods are rebuilding, so are the people. As the Bull Complex burns in nearby Brightonbush, many in the canyon worry about major fires being an annual occurrence. IDANA Detroit Deputy Fire Chief Damon Faust says it's critical the community not only works together, but heals together, relying on one another for support.
We have this collective kind of trauma or scarring. It's finding a way to be okay with that and allowing that moment to to be a catalyst for positive change and for healing.
If you're displaced from the fires and you're not sure what the next step is to take in rebuilding your home, call the Marion County Commissioner's Office or the Long-Term Recovery Group. We're going to put their numbers on our website, coin.com.